Did you know that heart disease is the leading cause of death in America today? Also, according to Cancer.com, 1 in 3 American adults is obese. 1 in 3 is also overweight. I would argue that the reason why so many people in America today are unhealthy and overweight is because we choose convenience over health. Fast food is arguably more convenient and sometimes cheaper than buying and making your own nutritious food. And processed foods sometimes just taste better. If I were to give you the option between eating these nutritious bananas or eating this highly processed sugary foods, which would you rather choose just based off of taste? Yeah. Today I'm going to talk about the health risks that come along with eating processed foods and persuade you to cut out processed foods in your diets. But I know that with processed foods being so prevalent in the American diet today and filling our grocery stores, that it is nearly completely impossible to completely cut out processed foods. However, I hope that I can convince you all to take a bigger and deeper look into your health and nutrition. The first thing that I will be talking about today are the health issues that come along with eating processed foods. According to the CDC, excess body weight increases a person's risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels, stroke, gallbladder disease, sleep apnea and breathing problems, arthritis, a low quality of life, depression and anxiety, and certain forms of cancers. And these are all of the health issues that come along with eating processed foods. But you may be wondering, how do processed foods lead to being overweight and leading to all of these health issues? Well, according to the Labor's Health and Safety Fund of North America, heavy processing in foods strips foods of their basic nutrients, and they also include unhealthy levels of sugar, sodium, and fat. And according to Healthline.com, diets high in ultra-processed foods, such as fast foods, sweets, and sodas, have been consistently linked to an increased disease risk and a shorter life expectancy. Not only does processed foods affect your physical health, but it also affects your mental health. According to SutterHealth.org, sugar and processed foods can lead to inflammation throughout the body and the brain, which may contribute to mood disorders such as anxiety and depression. I also found it very interesting when reading through SutterHealth.com that our guts and brains are physically linked via the vagus nerve, and the two are able to send messages to one another. Whereas the gut is able to influence the brain can also alter the type of bacteria living in the gut. But with this connection between our gut and our brains, eating these processed foods that affect our gut health also affects our mental health. And we can see it in our society today. According to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, in 2020, there were 45,975 suicides and an estimated 1.2 million suicide attempts. I believe that with cutting out processed foods and having a more nutritious diet, we can improve our mental health and cut down these numbers. There are also many healthy alternatives to eating processed foods. Some of these ways include increasing your intake of vegetables and fruits, and you can do this by either buying fruits and vegetables at your store, or you can even make it fun and have your own garden. You can also look at the nutrition facts on the back of the produce at the grocery store to figure out the nutritious value of the foods you buy. You can also cook at home with cleaner ingredients, but if time is a factor, you can also look into meal prepping. In conclusion, your health and nutrition is very important, and it's very worth it to take some time to look into it. And I know that no one is perfect, and although it's very hard and possibly impossible to cut out processed foods entirely, there are many effective ways to invest in your food and look for healthier options. And I hope that this presentation convinced you in some way or motivated you to cut out processed foods or take a healthier look on your food and to invest in healthier options.